Hi girls, Cyndee Wanyonyi here. So I am not normally a holiday dresser, but I found these at TJ Maxx and I freaking love them. Aren't they so cute? They've got the high waist and I don't always wear a crop top, but when I do, I'm wearing high-waisted jeans or high-waisted pants. But I just love these and I was so excited because it's after Thanksgiving, so I'm giving myself permission to wear them. Aren't they so fun? They remind me of some pants that I had back when I was like 20. So I don't know. I kind of like them. I wanted to share with you guys. I always do this because I'm like, oh, my hair needs to be a little messier or whatever. So Sandy McConnell is coming in today to see her images from her session. You guys are gonna die. They're so cute. She was the one. She has beautiful natural silver hair that is curly. We did her session a couple of weeks ago before Thanksgiving. I can't wait for her to see the images. And then we've got Brandy coming in, which I can't remember if Brandy did a live on the review or not, but I'm super excited. Seriously, showing people their images is part of my favorite part is one of my favorite parts about doing this, because so many women are like, oh my gosh, it doesn't even look like me. Okay, first off, it does look like you. You just have some makeup on and you're dressed in your Scantilly lace. So don't worry about, or don't feel like when people say that they really don't think it looks like them. I think sometimes if we do makeup differently in the studio than you do it at home, it feels like it doesn't look like you. But my other thought around that is that so many times we have this preconceived idea of how we look in images. And the thing is, ladies, is that you are telling yourself what you look like when you look in the mirror based on the glasses that you've worn all your life. So if you have any kind of what's the opposite of bias? Prejudice? That's the same thing. I don't know. If you have any kind of negative thought toward how you look, that's immediately what comes to your mind when you see yourself in the mirror. So I think that you've been telling yourself for so many years that you're not pretty, that you're too fat, that you are too skinny, that you don't have a butt, that you have a butt, that you are whatever. You've been telling yourself all these things throughout your whole entire life. So when you see yourself from somebody else's perspective, you were like, holy cow, that doesn't even look like me. Well, it doesn't look like you because you've been telling yourself lies all these years. But guess what? It's my job to help you see yourself in a new light. And that's what Jen does by putting on some incredible makeup, by doing your hair maybe a little differently than you normally do. And that's what I do by moving your body a little bit so that the lighting flatters the angles of your body. So, and dressing you in a way and posing you in a way and using light and using the camera equipment that I have to really just envelop you as a whole. One thing that I want you guys to get clear is that, two things that I want you guys to get clear when we are looking at ourselves like this. Okay, so Jen is queen of posing, and she's so good at doing the cute little things. Oh, Denise is my girl in Hawaii. I just love her, you guys. Everybody should have a Denise in her life. Thank you, sweetie. She's one of my employees in my Hawaii studios, and she is up way too early, sister. Actually, it's not too early. I think she has to head to work soon. But anyway, Jen knows how to pose. She poses like this. She does her cute little whatevers. I feel like I'm like this in front of the mirror, right? So when we look at ourselves in front of the mirror, it is quite literally the least flattering angle we can do. We've got gravity working against us. Not only that, but when we're practically naked, every little thing that we perceive as a flaw is showing, okay? So you've got to understand that nobody else really sees that, and nobody else sees the negative in what we perceive as negative. And that podcast that I shared this morning, oh my gosh, it's so good. So they talk about butt stuff, and I've never even this might be TMI. Well, it's okay because I've never done butt stuff. But But like, it's like stuff where I'm always like super curious about, but I feel a little weird asking about. The podcast is freaking gold. I love it so much. But anyway, they were talking about this morning how she was saying that at one point her husband said to her, I love the dimples in your butt. And she was like, that's like saying I'm fat. And he was like, what? No, I really love them. I think they're so cute. So like we have this totally different perception of who we are and what we look like and what that means to somebody else. So I think the cool thing is that we can start shifting in our brain what it means to us. So the other thing, so we kind of do that by, I've heard it in my studio and it makes me so happy. Sometimes people, like one of my main rules when you're looking at images of yourself is you're not allowed to say anything negative. You can say, that's not my favorite, or I like the other ones better. That's totally fine. But don't say, I don't like that one because I look fat. Not okay. Not okay with me. I want you to stop that language right now, change the language, and it will change the receptors in your brain. So you will stop thinking along those lines. And next time you come in for a boudoir session, you're gonna be like, damn, that's me. That's totally me. Instead of feeling like, oh my gosh, that doesn't look like me. The other thing I was gonna say, our people around us see us as a whole. What we see is all of our negative characteristics. And unfortunately, that is just a natural tendency for human beings, I think, for the most part. Unless you're a guy. Sometimes the boys are really good about being like, I'm such a badass, when they're not really. But the girls, us girls, have a hard time like seeing ourselves in a positive light. So I think what we need to realize is that when we look at ourselves, we look at individual things that we don't like. But when the people around us look at us, you know what they see? They see your smile that lights up the room. They see the wrinkles around your eyes as evidence of laughter and love. They see maybe a little bit of extra weight than you had when you were 20 because they've grown with you and they have memories of you having delicious dinners together and cooking a treat on a Sunday afternoon. That's what they see. They don't see the flaws that we perceive ourselves to have. And that's why it's so much part of my job to help you understand that there is more to you than meets the eye. It's all part of this whole encompassing human being that is presented in front of us. And because I don't have all the history in your brain, I can tell you what's freaking amazing about you. And I want to do that. I want to do that for you. So I don't know. Those were just some thoughts in my brain this morning. That was my husband. I forgot my cord and I have 2 sessions. And if I don't have my cord, then it will go bad. So anyway, it's just really important that you guys understand that the people who love you and who are around you most often. Oh, and he's outside. Okay, hang on just a sec. I think he thinks I have a client already. So I'm going to introduce you guys to my husband. Want to say hi? He's going to be so embarrassed. He's not a person. Hey, honey, say hi to everybody in my group.
Hello.
That's the only time a man is allowed in this group, ladies. Okay, I'll see you later, babe. Thanks for the cord. So what they see is they see everything else. They see all of that other beautiful thing. And they understand that your body is just a place where your incredible soul resides. So you have a soul. You are more than your body. You are more than what you can give your spouse. You are an incredible human being. And on a Monday morning, you need this pep talk because you need to understand that you're going to take over the world someday. So I love you, ladies. I'm so grateful for this group. I have other photographers reaching out to me all the time who are in the group, who don't live in Boise, but who are like, man, the women in your group are so supportive. And I'm like, I know. Can you believe it? It's amazing. Like lackluster, like no drama. I love it. Also, I wanted to show you guys one more thing. So this is my studio for those of you who haven't been in here, and then check out this gorgeousness. So when the tree is lit, it's even more pretty. But I think this would be a really fun, like just few shots with maybe a coffee cup, an oversized sweater, some cute little sweater socks, things like that. I think it would be so fun. Okay, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to show you because my client and I think had different time frames thought of for her session this morning. I don't know. I think that's it. I hope you guys are having a really good Monday, and I want to see you change the language. Hashtag change the language. That's what we need to be doing. Hashtag change the language. Hope you guys have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.